You're welcome. You guys get this. Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing some first impressions today, but also I'm going to be trying some new things from the drugstore. So these are the things I'm going to be doing some first impressions on. There is some new bronzers from Wet n Wild, and I'm going to be using as many of these as I can. Also, there is a new, I don't know if it's new. It's new to me. The 24-hour Infallible Fresh Wear by L'Oreal. So I'm going to be doing an impression on this. And then there is a new Estee Lauder Hydra Prep 24-hour Double Wear Instafix Concealer. It has this serum on the end, which I did put on already before I did my eyeshadow. And then I went ahead and used a primer, and then it has the concealer on the other side. So I'm going to be doing a first impression on this, and I've tried these other brands already, so it's not really a first impression of the brand, but it is of this foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and apply half of my foundation with a sponge and the other half with a brush. And then I'm going to apply the concealer as well. Then I'm going to apply these bronzers. Wow, I have a sun ray and it is ruining everything. And then apply the rest of my makeup, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how everything sits on the skin. And then later tonight, it is 1:09 in the afternoon. So later tonight, I'm going to come back and show you guys how everything wore on my face. All I have on my face is some primer and moisturizer, and that's it. So let's start with the foundation. I'm going to be doing sponge on this side and brush on this side. By the way, I forgot to mention, if you guys are curious about my skin tone, it is 420 True Beige, and this is the perfect match to my skin. So just in case, because I do look very orange in some of my videos, I am not orange, I promise. This is my perfect shade match. Alright, so I have the sponge on this side and the brush on this side, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the concealer. So I have already put this down. I did that to prep my skin before I even filmed the video, and that's just so it would dry down. I didn't know if it had to be tacky or dry. Alright, so this is the lightest color. When I swatched it though, it oxidized so much. It turned a lot darker, so you guys will see that in just a minute. So you see how much darker it's gotten already? It's still darkening too. Let's go ahead and start with the bronzer. Now there is a shiny one, there is one that has a sheen, and I believe this one is a matte. So I'm going to do Ticket to Brazil as the actual like bronzer, and then I'm going to darken, kind of contour, but not really because this is shimmery. It's got like a satin sheen with Sunset Striptease. And then I'm going in right just on the high areas with Palm Beach Ready to give me a little bit of glow. This one is Palm Beach Ready. This one is Sunset Strip Tease. And this one is Ticket to Brazil. This one, Ticket to Brazil, is a bit orange, so just keep that in mind once you actually put it on. This one is going to make you look the warmest. Alright, now I'm going in with Sunset Strip Tease, just to darken up some spots here. I guess I'm just going to contour with this, even though it does have a sheen. That's not really what you want with a contour. You do want a matte, cool shade. And now, just to add in a touch of sparkle, I'm going in with Palm Beach Ready, just to hit the high points because it is very sheeny. Just right there on my cheekbones, a little bit on the nose. Alright, let me go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and I'll be right back to give you one last look up close before I check back in tonight. Alright you guys, I have everything on, so let's take a look. So, first, here's the sponge side. Everything's sat beautifully. My nose has some creasing already, but that's normal. My smile lines look pretty decent, not gonna lie. The concealer, if I were to pull it down here, you can see that there's still some in my crevices, but I'm not pulling my eyes down during the day, so this is what you're seeing, and I actually think it looks really beautiful. And it did cover everything nicely. Alright, this side, the brush side, looks beautiful. My smile lines are a little bit more sunken in here on this side, and my nose looks a little bit worse on the brush side. They said it was supposed to prep your eyes and smooth out wrinkles, but it's not seeming to smooth mine out. So this side looks a little bit worse on the concealer part underneath those wrinkles. I don't know if you can see, I'm just chilling in the wrinkles there. Anyways, so that is what I have, and I will come back later tonight. It is now 1:37 p.m. so I will come back later tonight and show you guys how this held up. I did not have any time to check on my foundation at all whatsoever the entire night, or to touch it up for that matter. So I have no clue what it looks like. We're doing this together. It's going to be a first impression for both of us. But also, since I've had my lipstick on, I have not touched it up either, and it is just slowly worn off here on the middle. So you're welcome. You guys get this. That was my tablet, and that was very rude. Let's look at this together. Alright, this is the sponge side. By the way, I used the Kat Von D setting powder, and oh my god, look at how that is like, it's been hours, 10, 9, it's been at least 8 hours of wear. That looks beautiful, you guys, on both sides. Alright, here's my cheeks. The cheeks look really good. My smile lines, my smile line is a little bit more harsh. No, it's not. They're harsh on both sides. Look at that. Oh god, I look so old. Ooh, stop that. It has started to come off a little bit on the sponge side with my nose, right in this area. And there's like the crevice here. It's the worst part. It actually doesn't look too bad. Alright, this side. We already know my forehead looks amazing. My cheek looks amazing. Right here is where it starts to break down. Looks really dry here on the brush side. And it looks pretty textured right here. Actually, it looks textured in both areas. This foundation by itself is already an absolutely gorgeous foundation, and it held up beautifully. It's just, you know, my smile lines. Alright, the concealer, if I look at you straight on right here, it still looks really beautiful. Other than a little bit of tiny mascara flecks underneath there, it actually looks really nice. So if you were to pull this down, you can see it's still gathered in the creases, but I'm not walking around like this. So I think the concealer is wonderful. That is my final check-in, and I have pretty dry skin, and this held up beautifully on me. And it did fade a little bit around the nose. My smile lines are a bit deep. Deeper than I like, but my forehead looks amazing. My forehead looks so good. My cheeks look good. Oh, it still looks super beautiful other than those smile lines. But because I did not have time to touch up, I probably could have made those much better throughout the day. But I did not have time today, so I'm thoroughly impressed. Absolutely my favorite foundation, because no foundation has ever looked this pretty after 8 hours on me. And as you guys know, I don't have a blur filter on, so you guys should be able to see everything that I see. Anyways, that is all I have for today's video, and I will see you guys. Do I have stuff in my teeth? And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!